Hello. It is late August. It's actually late in the day too. It's almost 7 o'clock. I have some onions to harvest. There's lots of cool things to harvest around the garden right now, but today I'm gonna finish up my onions. I started the onions from seed months ago. I will insert a date and maybe even the video of me planting these. I planted all the onions from seed. I started them in seed cells trays up under artificial light. Then I brought them down here late last fall, something like October, November. So they've been in the ground 8-9 months. They've been in the ground a long time. Let me show you. I started 2 varieties. Here are just some of the stragglers because I planted most of them in rows over there and then right here. And these are some of the leftovers, but they're also the ones that are easiest to see. These are the red types, so these are red Imposta. And I know these are ready to harvest because look at that. That top fell down on its own. This top I pushed down a few days ago to help it go down on its own. But when your tops flop, we are almost 2 months after the solstice. So this is the time to pick these. That's a really pretty onion. I saw some much bigger ones, so let me show you some bigger ones. But for now, I'm gonna keep the greens on there. I'm also gonna show you how I dry and cure onions. But these, I'm able just to grab them right from the whole thing, pull it out. Isn't that a pretty onion? All right, Charlie Mike. So this is the bed that had the most onions in it. I've been harvesting a lot as we go, but we still have some really big, beautiful onions in here that are ready to go. Those are pound and a half onions each. I have a really big one up there. I can see that's the red one too. That's more red Imposta. You see that's almost getting look, there's 2 stalks coming out of there. That means I harvested way too late. This one's gonna have to be a fresher eating onion. That's okay, we go through a lot of onions. These ones are both ready to go and beautiful. Oh yeah. Nice big beautiful onions. Bunch of onions. Here's my biggest one. That's probably the biggest one I grew this year. Still a lot smaller than the ones I grew last year. All right, pretty good onion harvest, especially considered I've probably harvested more than half. So this is probably like a third of my total onion harvest because I've been harvesting them 1 or 2 as I need them. But again, I need the space and they're right. See, like some of these are overdone. Look at that. I didn't realize how crazy that one got. So that one is because I waited way too long. See, it's just 1 seed, but then it started getting all crazy. What else? Like how massive that one is, but it doesn't feel super heavy. Like I wonder if I wasn't watering enough. It feels nice and dense. This big one might almost weigh more, but I do have a scale. Let's get a weight on these 2 big ones. Last year I had 4-pound onions. High 3s and low 4-pound onions. Don't know where my kitchen scale is, but I do have my fishing scale. I'm gonna zero it out. All right, what eyeballing looks like the smaller of the 2 is just about 2 pounds, or it's just over 2 pounds. Teeny bit of a bummer because I literally had twice the volume last year, but it's okay, twice the mass last year. See how much this humongous one weighs. That's a good one. 3 1/4. Just about 3 1/4. So that's a decent onion. That's more like what I wanted. These onions are harvested, but now they still need to dry, and I still need to cure them. Curing them distributes the moisture more evenly, so they have a longer shelf life. So I'm gonna put these, might even just keep them right here in the sun for a couple of days, but then I have storage racks inside where they will finish their cure. Right, I have the last of my onions. We've been eating a lot of them, so we don't have a ton to store, but they're still gonna store well anyway. So what I'm looking for dry necks. See, these necks are all dry. Everything looks pretty much sapped out of energy. There might be a teeny bit of green, but I'm not gonna worry about it. They've been out here in the sun for about a week. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take my clippers, I'm gonna cut off the roots. I'm gonna give it like 2 inches or 3 inches or something, right there. And then when I'm ready to use this onion, I can cut it a little bit more. So that's a big, heavy, beautiful onion. It smells great. That's one of the red Emposteds. Put it in here. And the biggest one. Ooh, smells good. That's a big, beautiful onion. Alright, I do compost down at the garden. So I'm gonna put all this stuff into a bucket and go dump this into the compost. Let me show you where I'm gonna store the onions. Welcome back. We're indoors. We're to the rack I recently built, so I can post a link to the video for this rack. I'm in love with it. It has wheels so we can move it around. It has baskets that I got for free off of Buy Nothing. And then I sewed burlap bags to keep the light out. So I'm just gonna fill one of my baskets. This will continue the curing process. We can also, the kitchen's just right on the other side of the camera, so easy access to the kitchen when you need onions. How cool that is. Homegrown onions from seed in a storage rack that I also built. Some homegrown garlic down there too. Sweet potatoes will probably be the next thing to go in. Thanks for watching my video.